Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Fiction Food Friday. I am Jessie the Cowgirl today, but today's food is not Toy Story themed, it's Pixar themed. Pixar movies are some of my absolute favorites, and one of the little Easter eggs that shows up in almost all of the Pixar movies is the Luxo Ball. It's not exactly edible, but it looks like this, and it's shown up many times in Toy Story. It's been in Monsters, Inc. Brave. And lots of the short films too. So today we're making it into a great big Luxo Ball cake. So here's what you'll need. 8 cups of your favorite cake batter, and if you're using a box cake mix, you need 2 boxes. 3 to 4 cups of yellow buttercream, some yellow fondant, and then smaller portions of blue and red fondant, a sphere-shaped cake pan, a straight edge of some sort, a large star cutter, a cake leveler, a non-stick rolling pin, and a fondant cutter. First thing to do is bake your cakes. Spray your pan really well, then fill it with 4 cups of the batter and bake it at 315 until infinity and beyond. Not really, but you do have to cook it for a long time. It's a super deep cake, so it needs a lower temperature and it needs to cook nice and slow.
To infinity and beyond.
So bake it for about 55 to 60 minutes and then repeat it with the other half of the batter. Once they are cooked and cooled, remove them from the pan and then level off the tops. 1/2 needs to be the base of our ball, so I'm going to cut a very small portion off of the tip of the sphere to give it a steady base. Then I'm going to cut each half in half to add some layers to the cake. There's really a lot of cake here, so if you add some extra frosting, it'll give it more moisture. Now get your buttercream out and start assembling the cake layer by layer. And you may need more buttercream depending on how thick you like your frosting layers to be. Then with your remaining buttercream, cover the whole cake as smooth as you can and then stick all of it in the fridge. And in the meantime, we'll prepare our yellow fondant, which is going to cover the whole ball. Now you need your surface to be non-stick, so if it's not a non-stick surface, you can just sprinkle some cornstarch down and roll your fondant on top of that. So using your non-stick rolling pin, you want to roll it out into a circle about 1/4 of an inch thick. And you don't want it to be too much thinner than that or you risk tearing the fondant, and we want it to stretch, like our good buddy Slink over here. Once it's ready, gently roll it onto your rolling pin and drape it over the top of your cake. Smooth down the fondant, starting from the top, and work your way to the very bottom, securing it as best as you can right at the very base of the ball. Then use your cutter to trim away the excess. Now we need a blue stripe and 2 red stars, so you gotta roll out these fondants. These can be a little bit thinner than the yellow since we don't really have to worry about stretching it so much. Use your star cutout to make 2 red stars, and then using your straight edge and the fondant cutter, make a thick blue stripe just longer than the circumference of the ball, and wrap it around the center a little bit sideways, and place the stars on opposite ends. You'll have to cut one of the stars depending on how close it is to the base. To help the fondant stick, you can brush on a tiny bit of water, but not too much or your colors will start to run. And that's it. Sorry, someone must put Buzz on Spanish mode. It affects me too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of my fellow Pixar lovers appreciated this one. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know of other fiction foods you want to see, and I will see you guys next time.